I'd like to introduce WSWA's incoming chairman for 2016-2017. Doug Epstein is a fourth-generation New England wholesaler and now a second-generation association chairman. He earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Pennsylvania Wharton and his master's degree at Northeastern University. After college, he interned at Co-Brand, where he spent 2 years overseas in wine productions at various European properties, and his graduate program included a 6-month co-op at Charles River Laboratories in their M&A department. After joining the family company, he served in a variety of sales and management positions and oversaw several wholesaler acquisitions. Today, he is managing director of Horizon Beverage Group, overseeing more than 400 sales professionals across Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. In addition to his long service at WSWA, Doug is actively engaged in community philanthropy with Brigham and Women's Hospital, in local Boston politics, and he's a strong supporter of Northeastern University. Doug and his wife Kendra have 2 young girls and reside outside of Boston. Please join me in welcoming incoming chairman Doug Epstein.
Well, good morning. On behalf of the WSWA Executive Committee and Board of Directors, I want to welcome you to Las Vegas and to the 73rd Annual Convention and Exposition, where this year's tagline is "The Real Deal." This will be my 21st full-time year in the job, not including summers in the warehouse night shift. I worked in a liquor store in high school, and I tended bar in grad school. And now, I represent the 4th generation of leadership in my family business. Along with my brother Michael and cousins Ben and Sam Rubenstein, we actively manage our family business in a hands-on manner that is fairly unique to our industry tier. When I tell people I am the incoming chairman of WSWA, it's often followed by, well, obviously, they ran out of candidates. Well, there may be some truth to that statement. WSWA has never been a more vibrant or influential organization. Many of you know my dad, Bob Epstein, who has become the sage of the industry. My grandfather had always discouraged my dad from getting involved in WSWA. Leave it to the big guys, he would say, content with his own local corner of influence. But my father saw beyond that and recognized the need to speak your piece at WSWA and influence policy. My dad has often referred to WSWA as an insurance policy. When you really need it, you'll be glad it's there. He served on the board for many years, becoming an officer in the executive committee in 2000, moving up to chairman in 2005. And during his tenure in the executive committee, WSWA successfully engineered the passage of 2 critical pieces of federal legislation. The 21st Amendment Enforcement Act, enacted in 2002, empowered states to exercise their 21st Amendment authority to enforce state laws preventing illegal interstate sales in federal court. The passage of this legislation was the first example of WSWA's newfound and growing political influence in Washington. Then, in 2005, while chairman, he led the final push after a 20-year-long effort to obtain passage of the 5011 tax credit. That legislation equalized tax treatment of domestic and imported spirits, putting money back in the pockets of WSWA members, saving you $180 million over the first 10 years. I have followed in his footsteps, giving the time and attention that none of us has to spare to help develop industry strategy and political lobbying to the benefit of all wholesalers. Beyond WSWA issue activation, my participation in WSWA has helped frame my experiences and made me a better executive. From a very young age of maybe 25 years old, I was fortunate enough to witness colorful debates between industry titans like Harvey Chaplin, Michael Carlos, Bill Wirtz, Happy Fox, and Herman Marinoff. To be in the presence of those historic industry figures as a young man was an amazingly influential and rare experience. And during some of our most turbulent times, facing the challenges of direct shipping, I saw firsthand the measured leadership of current industry icons like Bill Goldring and Rocky Wirtz, Charlie Marinoff, Richard Leventhal, Robert Lippman, and of course, my dad. And no meeting is successful without a few funny outtakes from Vern Underwood. We really should have these meetings recorded for posterity. Moreover, attendance at WSWA events has allowed me to develop close relationships with industry peers like Tom Cole and Dave Heller, Pete Mortakis, Bobby Harmelin, Dino Pici, and my Svengali, Neil Barnett, with all of whom I can share business concerns and discuss solutions. Without WSWA, those relationships, many solidified at the Council for Leadership Development in my early years, would never materialize if left solely to interaction at supplier trips and meetings. I've seen WSWA change from an old boys club under Doug Metz to an aggressive, legislative activist organization under Juanita Dugan, to an industry-leading presence under Craig Wolf and his accomplished team. Add to that dozens of WSWA organized meetings with federal and state politicians and a decade of Washington, D.C. political fly-ins. WSWA has given me a business school education that I could never get at Wharton. That indeed could be the greatest gift of WSWA to generations of future leadership: industry exposure. I strongly encourage all the aspiring young executives in the audience today, get involved in WSWA affairs, attend the CLD meetings, speak with your ownership and senior management about attending WSWA meetings. Seek the same opportunities I've been fortunate enough to have enjoyed. It will greatly benefit your career by broadening your experience and understanding of the industry and the political environment in which we work, and by expanding your business network. It's well worth your time. And it's a good time to be a part of WSWA. Even with stiff headwinds, I look around the audience and I see so many people of great financial success, philanthropists who positively impact the communities, and business owners or operators that employ thousands of hardworking associates with good jobs and good benefits. A uniquely American institution, the wholesaler tier not only provides the most efficient and greatest value creation services in the beverage industry, but we also make tremendous economic and social contributions to communities across the United States. At the same time, I am worried. I am worried that some today don't recognize the value of WSWA for our collective good in the long run. In this era of supplier RFPs, wholesaler consolidation, increased retail leverage, and business threats from direct shipping, private labels, and marijuana legalization, WSWA as our only national voice in Congress, in the federal courts, and at the regulatory level. Moreover, WSWA has been vigorously upgrading its state-based political capabilities under the specific direction of the membership. How can you participate in propelling the success of WSWA? Well, there are two key ways. First, encourage WSWA PAC presentations to your sales teams and throughout your various branches. Many in this room already contribute to the PAC, but by authorizing your companies or branches for automatic payroll deduction and arranging for PAC presentations, we will drive participation in WSWA throughout the wholesaler employee base of America. And second, please attend the WSWA Board of Directors meetings and contribute your time to a committee. Our governance is specifically designed to represent all wholesalers, and the more your voices are heard, the better able WSWA will be to accurately and effectively represent and advocate for the membership. My business may not be as big as others, but my voice is just as loud, with opinions that are respected and debated. Look at the diverse makeup of the WSWA Executive Committee. Myself, along with Sid Ross and Brian Fox, affirming any size wholesaler can make a difference. For those of you who were once actively involved, I ask that you re-engage the association with your wisdom and experience. A vigorous debate of varied viewpoints with a common goal has been and will continue to be the hallmark of success for WSWA. I want to thank my brother and my cousins for their support along the way. As everyone in the audience knows, no family business is perfect. But we've got a pretty good formula of working together and playing together. Heck, even our kids like each other. And my thanks to my uncle Jim Rubenstein for his cutting reality checks and wisdom. And of course, to my dad for his passion and perseverance in putting me in a position to succeed. I also want to take a moment to thank my predecessor, Brian Fox, for his leadership this past year, with WSWA successfully passing important legislation addressing marijuana-impaired driving and advancing our state-based capabilities and efforts. And I also want to thank Craig and his team, who have created a presence and impact in Washington, D.C. that benefits us all. When I first got involved with WSWA over a decade ago, we were simply fighting for recognition. Now, we fight for tangible benefits for the membership in terms of engagement favorable to our industry and the greater social good. WSWA chairman wished for a quiet year. Unfortunately, it looks like that won't happen on my watch. We have a lot to work on in the coming year. A new wholesaler member landscape, new leadership at Discus, and responding to constant threats to the three-tier system. But never before has WSWA been so well organized, so politically influential, and so clear on our policy mandates. WSWA is a tough organization, ready to handle the challenges ahead. I feel fortunate and honored to lead WSWA for the next year. I commit to you all my time and honest effort. All I ask in return is that you participate and share your opinion and views. I ask that you engage Craig and his team and willingly give your time and share your great wisdom to help ensure the success and vibrancy of the wholesaler tier for the next generation. And that is the real deal. Hope you all find the next few days of the convention valuable and make some business happen. Thanks for listening. And as I say at the close of every sales meeting, good luck and good selling. Thank you.
Welcome.